All righty, good evening to all. It is October the 26th, 11:34 p.m. Central Standard Time here in the Deep Piney Woods. As everybody knows, all these videos that I'm doing are just more or less just me going through uh, time practicing with this and letting a few select people kind of have an idea of what I'm following and where I'm headed with all this. And Rex, I wanted to show you this. It's kind of important for you if you happen to see this. And by the way, for the rest of y'all, Rex is falling into the matrix just by attrition. I mean, our paths crossed, and I have become very impressed with him and his research, and he has a tremendous amount of energy and a broad spectrum of topics that we can cover, one of which I'm going to turn you on here, Rex, to someone you may already know, Tiffany Fitzhenry, but let me show you this lady. Hold on. Well, actually, I'll show you how it all came about. I don't even have to leave this deal here. Let me go over here. It started with SGT. Sean over at the SGT report. Rex, that's another powerful, here it is, powerful influencer, which I call ISP, Intelligence Service Provider. And he had this little show right here. It's about Tiffany. And I'll just pop on it here. Let me.
Tiffany, thank you so much.
There she is right there.
Thanks for having me, Sean. I'm so excited to talk to you.
I'm so excited to have you, following you on Twitter for quite some time. And not too long ago, Roseanne Barr sung your praises on the Joe Rogan Experience. That had to be pretty cool for you.
That was really cool. Roseanne she's somebody who I feel really.
So this is what someone that we really want to take a look at, and I went ahead and bookmarked her, and she goes under Authur Tiffany McHenry. This is her little YouTube channel. She's also has a Twitter. She mainly does things off Twitter, but I happen to flip over and listen to some of her stuff. Y'all listen to me now. This lady, I've been talking to people about the river. Y'all hear me talk about the river a lot, and I mentioned it to you, believe Rex, when he's going up Castle Rock. But that's the way I look at the flow. That's the way I look at the Higgs field. I call it the river. Eric Pippins describes it as the in-between. Some people call it the Holy Spirit. It's all part of the firmament. And I'm going to let y'all expand on that, all the lead people. Rex has got a tremendous book of people that he already knows. And what we want to do, my objective is very simple, to get numbers, lots of minds thinking. Now, this girl right here, and the reason I bring all this up and how Tiffany, I'm in the river. There's no question. Rex is in the river. Sean's in the river. Dave's in the river with X22. Jimmy's in the river. There's a lot of people that are in the river. The flow of in that firmament. We all have a column at space in a space-time vector, and there is no, in my way I view things, a future or past. Everything is right here in the now. Everything that I ever will be, ever was, right here in the NOW, nor the world. However, we're such complex beings of aggregates of stellar locked wavelengths. Long story. We'll talk about that. It's the only thing that's logical, because everything's created from sheer thought. Don't let me ramble, for God's sake. We'll make this short. So Tiffany, I'm in the river, and I was blown away last few nights, about how Rex and I synced up. He's on this fire thing. We talked about the fire thing a long time ago. He had a show on it, and I flipped him a little some data on something about it, and next thing you know, we're down that rabbit hole. And just that name right there is everywhere. Tiffany talks about the rabbit hole. Everybody uses the term called the rabbit hole. Out of the blue, a year and a half, 2 years ago, I got a domain called the Rabbit Hole Herald. Wait till you hear some of the synchronistic events that's happened to me being in this damn river. Well, Rex and I was thinking up on this guy Lee, and I had been thinking about shooting Rex the text and asking him about where'd that cat named Lee go. They had that boat that he's going to be floating around out there in the Gulf somewhere on doing that. And lo and behold, I look up there and Rex has a show and he's talking about the California fires and 5G and things like that. And it's this guy named Rex again. This guy named Rex, excuse me, I stand corrected, belay the last. It's this guy Lee again and his wife. Really impressed me just off the hook with, you can't really debate with experience. I know because I've got some. I've climbed a few rungs of life's ladder and I've got a few stories my damn self. Well, this guy has got it backed up with not only good stories, but with crews he's run with, like the U.S. government, all this stuff. Just arm's long length of his experience and his qualifications and his validity. And he kind of about halfway blew us away with this, his rendition of the fires in California and his depth of experience fighting these damn things. And I'm going, oh, hell, there goes the aliens shooting beams at us or something like that. Well, that's still what's on the table. I'm firmly convinced that there's nefarious things going on with them damn fires. But anyway, Rex is down this rabbit hole on the fire thing. Well, last night I look up and I'm thinking about all of that, and I'm making this video last night. I'm talking about this guy named Lee, and about the same time, I'm saying how, talking about Rex did all this broad brush of hot topics and whatever. And all of a sudden I look up on this damn YouTube. I'm doing it like right now. And I look up there and on my little thing over here, it said, where is he? One of these little dots pop up while I'm recording. It's Rex doing this one right here. And, let me just give you the title of it. Anyway, this video I'm doing right now is just for y'all and Rex and everybody else. We're getting ready. But let me tell you something. Going back to this young lady over here, guys and gals that are listening to this, my key people, she's talking about building a community of people that seek nothing more than the truth. And she's a rave out there right now. Rex, wonderful person to interview and for us to entangle with that number of people. You see, my objective is different than y'all's. The profit and things is going to blow y'all away. And I'm having you people that are hearing this now, you're going to be good custodians of what's going to come your way, which is going to be shocking. It's going to be shocking. But you'll be good stewards, and you will use this, I'm sure, to fulfill your mission further and to help others. I don't really have much doubt of that. There'll be one aspect to this that has to be added because the message has come to me from the in-between, from the river, that this has to be a fair exchange of value all the way through. Which means that once a person reaches a certain level away from the source creative action or work that they did, in other words, once they get to where their whole thing is turned on to autopilot, they've got a following of people, like if Rex's people, or, that kind of thing. Once you get to where you reach a certain, what I call plateau, and it's going to be called cascading, let's call it, I'm just going to throw a number out there. Don't hold me to it. Just throw a number out there of 20 million a year on one particular vertical. There could be more verticals, but my goodness gracious, y'all had not many people out there that I'm talking to. Maybe one of you guys might have seen 20 million in your damn life collectively. I've got damn close. It flowed through, but no one day did I ever have anything like that. Several times on the 7-figure deal, but my world goes like that. Just like that. But that's what I was put here to do. And all of it has culminated into this project right here. This is going to be when you finally get a grip on this, I'm gonna, I shot you a message there, Rex. Come up and break bread for 2 hours and lay out the real power of this thing. And this chat right here is going up on YouTube, but we'll take all these things down that I'm doing now, and we'll put them in archives. So anybody else that's strayed through here, or some of the few that you can see that from my little channel, wherever it's at, how do you get back over? It doesn't matter. But I'll take all those out. We'll put them in archives for to have for a little bit of history, and it's going to be powerful. Anyone that gets a grip on this, it's see this little girl right here. We could light her up. Sean had her own. She's had millions and millions and millions and millions of downloads, and views are coming along to build her up. This is her YouTube. She has a Twitter thing. I'm not gonna go over there now, but she's got a Twitter deal. You can look her up under Tiffany Fitzhenry or Authur Tiffany Fitzhenry, and she's married and got kids, and this is what we're looking for to bring some sanity back into the picture. I've got a lead instructor, Rex, is going to lead with this. There'll be others that will fall in, that will come to us, and this little lady right here, we sure would like to have her in our fold. She is an influencer, and she speaks the language of the generation that's going to be needing to pick the ball up. You need to listen to some of this and come over here and subscribe, as I have, to her channel. That's all I've got for everybody. Remember this, even though you've heard it a lot, and I'll say it all the time because it's true. We all suffer from ISIS. That is intelligent sleeping idiot syndrome. She references, they call it from the fallen world or something like that, a fallen empire or something along those lines. Where's the deal? Anyway, I forgot my train of thought there, but we're all striving to reach a certain goal. I know that what everyone needs is money. I understand that. No one's going to do a damn thing unless there's something in it for them. It's the Jerry Maguire thing. And the universe has brought this to me that satisfies every single qualification. Here's another thing that's very important, is that all the people that are following everyone, they're sitting on their backside, and they're not entangling spiritually. This is shortchanging them, not us, in that particular case. It's because with just listening, you haven't put any skin in the game. You have no essence. You have no value. You haven't recognized it or infused your value with that source of that content. And so by sheer definition, by not being able to show a small token of appreciation for the value gained from that content, you by definition, you're considering it worthless at this point. Don't mean to be rude to everybody, but you can only buy so many hats, cups, mugs, and we're procrastinators, and it doesn't happen. Let me pause this second. I'm going to show you something. Okay, I'm going to give y'all an idea of what the power of the platform that has been conveyed to me and thus on to you guys and what have you, the world. This is that young lady I was just telling you about, Authur Tiffany Fitzhenry. And let me just let you listen to her a little bit, and then I'm going to show you these tip things going on over here. Okay? And then the number of views. She's got 30,000 views on this, but you're going to see these numbers. And I do this a lot with Rex over there, but that's cumbersome, extremely cumbersome. And by those people who are doing the tipping here now, they realize and they can see that not a lot of people are doing the tipping because it's cumbersome. It's hard to do. You got to do a lot of stuff with your Apple ID and various things like that. So let me let you listen to her, and then I'm going to fill you in on what we're going to be doing. Watch this. Listen to her. She's powerful.
We should be creating stores. We should be creating commerce. We should be incentivizing stewardship of the planet. Right? It's not going to be done by governments. It's going to be done by us. And everything that you see, you're activated. We're all activated. Hi, warrior, be Yacht. God bless you. You are beautiful. You guys are all so beautiful. I can't take it. Yep. So yeah, all of this truth is coming out. There's so much truth coming out. It's busting out everywhere. The truth of all the manipulations that have gone on. And so every one of you guys has something to grab onto and to hold on to and say, yep, I'm going to grow hemp. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Hi, Tammy Horton. It's so good to have you guys all here. I love it. I'm so glad that we can live stream together. We can all hang out. And we can make basically like a virtual vision board of the future. That's what we need. We need a vision board. Because
let me tell you, move it forward a little bit. That's exactly what I'm talking about, is that this platform is going to be a base, a hub for all platforms, all websites, all YouTubers, all Twitter people that have a message that need to get out. Now let me show you how this tip action goes. Now there's a pretty good one right there, $40. But let me turn it on. You'll see how it's working.
I think I've seen the results of us all being on the same page.
We turn down that volume. Okay, as she's going along there's going to be people that will tip. But there's 30,000 people here, and Rex will be able to give me more numbers on this. And it's this should be moving. I don't know why it's not moving. The chat. Okay, there it goes. It's moving now. But as they pop in, they're rare popping in. You can see she's got quite an active chat. But with 30,000 views, Lord, y'all, listen. It's all, and it's not. With what we're talking about is the time that like this little lady here, you can see she's not sitting in a mansion somewhere, not starving, but not sitting in a mansion. None of these ISPs that I know are wealthy people. And so, since we're dealing with a small group here just listening to this video here, my key people, before I even launch, hell, it's not completed yet. It'll be completed somewhere around the first part of next November. You see them, well, you can't see the tips now popping in, but with that many people, even at a penny, the creator, this person, even at a penny at 30,000 views would be $300 dollars to help her a lot. I'm saying that she's probably the content of, you have a follower, they'd probably do 3 cents or a nickel per view. I do. There's that much value, and they're helping this content creator out. Are you catching on to this here, Rex, now? And so, hell, on a dynamite one, she might get a dime. That'd be $3,000 an episode if she did something like that. A penny, nickel, dime, even a quarter is not hitting everybody's hard. Plus, it's not cumbersome like this thing right here. Like this thing right here is cumbersome. I could show you. I'm not going to, but I could show you if I threw or something, and this isn't live. It only happens on live stuff, too. That's another big drawback. You have to be on the super chat deal in order to help these people. And a lot of times I'll miss Rex or something and want to help, but, they got the notification thing. We're going to improve on that. Plus, let's say on this one here, it is not live, so I couldn't do the tipping thing. Right now, you could with the platform that I'm talking about. Tiffany could come in and she could become a Rex getter, or anyone, whoever gets a hold of one of these people you're gonna do well. I'm just telling you, I have a little program because I need numbers, and everyone's going to have the same mission and vision in mind, is to achieve minds, not money. Don't worry about the mule, just load the wagon. The mule's going to be fine. That money's going to come to you. It's going to blow you away, but we have to be good stewards and not lay down just because the cheese has hit the table. Okay, we're here to educate, and education and knowledge is power, and we can win this battle if we pay attention to what we're doing and stay on purpose, not seeking just profit. I'm going to get off this. I'm coming up on 20 minutes, but that's all for this evening. I'm sure that if you haven't, and this has been passed on to you, subscribe to this channel here. You'll be an insider kind of deal, because this is all private now anyway. This is Ramblin' Randy, a.k.a. Jedi One. Remember this. Once a person who has been honestly mistaken all of their life learns the truth, they either cease to be mistaken or they cease to be honest. Go out, create a wonder-filled week. It is by choice. And I'll catch you on the flip side. We down.